When you first start using Apple Notes, it's easy to find anything you need. But it doesn't take long before you're digging through dozens or even hundreds of notes to find the one that you want. You don't remember what folder it's in or if you even filed it in a folder. And depending on what you're looking for, searching might get you a pretty long list of results too. Taking a bit of time to set up an effective organization system now will save you a ton of time later on. In this video, I'm going to show you the 3 ways that you can organize your notes to be sure that you can find what you need when you need it. There's basically 3 ways that you can organize your notes in the Apple Notes app. Folders is probably the easiest and I would say the most common, at least in my experience from the people that I've seen using it. Folders is kind of the default that a lot of people land on. Tags takes it up a level and gives you a little bit more power over how you find your notes and things, which I'll explain in a moment. And then there's smart folders, which kind of combines the best of everything. So we'll start with folders. It's pretty straightforward. You can create a folder structure in Notes however you want. Some people use systems like Para, which is projects, areas, resources, and archives, and then file things within those folders. Personally, though, I tend to think better in terms of areas of my life. So I've got things like personal, business, health, learning, and so on. And then I file different notes and folders within those sort of overarching categories. But these folders hold notes. So when you file something into a folder, that's where it's stored. It's inside that folder, and that's the only place that you'll be able to see it, aside from this all iCloud list at the top, which lists all of the notes that are in your system. And if you have the On My Mac account turned on in Apple Notes, you would see that here as well. But you get these notes folders at the very top that has everything that's in your system. But otherwise, if you click on a particular folder, you're only going to see the notes that are inside there. So I've got this note about shortcuts. I can just file that into the shortcuts folder, and then that's where I'm going to find it from that point on. So this is really the easiest, and you can kind of set up as many subfolders as you want. You can go multiple layers deep here as well if you had some reason to have subfolders within another subfolder. I would caution against getting too far down into subfolders, though. I would say 3 or 4 levels is probably all you want to do. Otherwise, it just gets hard to manage everything. The challenge with using folders as your only organization system is as you get more notes in your system and you start filing things into different folders, sometimes it can be a little bit harder to find what you're looking for. The second option is tags, which in Apple Notes are just identified with hashtags. I've got this hypothetical AMP project that I've created some notes around. So I have a tag here, hashtag AMP. So as soon as you type a hashtag, it'll bring up a list of all of your tags that you already have. So you can either scroll down and pick one of those, or you can create something new. And as soon as you hit space or enter after entering that, it turns yellow, and that means it's now become a tag. Tags can't have spaces in them. So if you wanted this AMP project to be a little bit easier to read, you can use an underscore or a dash to insert a break between words, but it has to be all one continuous word or group of words in the tag. But once you've created tags in your system, there's on the left-hand menu here down right at the bottom, there's a tags browser. So if it isn't already expanded, you can just click the arrow beside it to expand that down. And now you'll have a list of all your tags on the left here. These work like filters as well. So if you click on a particular tag that you want to see, it'll show you all the notes that have that tag in it. Adding tags to your notes gives you another way of looking at things quickly, and the advantage that this has is that you can see here this is coming from the meeting notes folder, this is coming from the AMP project folder, this one's coming from my people folder. So these notes are all in different folders, but because they're all tagged with the AMP tag, using the tag browser at the bottom here pulls them all up into one view. So this makes it really easy to see everything that's related to a project, no matter what folder it's in. You could skip folders entirely and strictly work with tags in your notes. And as long as you tagged everything according to a fairly strict list of tags, it would end up working effectively like folders as well. But the advantage there is that you can add multiple tags to a given note and have it show up under all of the different tags. I like to use a combination of both tags and folders. I've been filing things in folders and subfolders in my file systems and various other apps for decades at this point. So I just think that way better than I do with tags. I just can't work with a strictly tag-based system. It just doesn't click with the way I think. But adding tags to the notes does make it easy to find things that I'm looking for, or pull things together from different places, and just gives me a little bit more power over how I filter my notes. Now, the other thing with the Tag Explorer here is you can filter tags in and out. So let's say I click the second one here, the AMP project. Now it's looking at notes that has all the selected tags, and you can choose here from any or all. So if you choose any, it'll show the notes that have either or, and if you choose all, it shows only the notes that have whatever selected. The other thing that you can do here is filter out tags. So let's say I click this one so it's struck through. Now it's filtering out any note that has that tag in it. So of course, this tag, the AMP project tag, is active, but this one, because it's filtered out, that node isn't showing up. So if I click that back on, now let's just delete that tag. And now if I go into AMP project, you can see there's the tag, but if I click AMP and filter it out, that note still shows up because that tag isn't actually in here. So this gives you a little bit more power over how you filter your notes just right from this tag browser at the bottom in the menu on the left. And the third organization feature in Apple Notes is called Smart Folders. Apple calls them smart folders, but they're almost more of a saved search, really. To create a smart folder, it's the same as creating a regular folder. You just click the Add Folder button, but there's an option here to make it into a smart folder. So in this case, I'm just going to create a smart folder for this AMP project. And now these are the filters that you can search for. So in this case, I want to find all notes that match this criteria. So the tag, I'm going to choose AMP. So now this smart folder, or this filter really, is going to show me all the notes that are tagged with this AMP tag. And there's different options here. You can have all selected, so I could have 2 or 3 or 10 or however many tags you might want in here. And it'll only show me notes that have all of those tags in them. Or any selected, so I could have a whole bunch of tags, and anything that has any one of them is going to show up. Any tag is just any note that has a tag, doesn't matter what the tag is, and then of course untagged notes only. So in this case, I'm just going to search for notes that have this tag. So I'll click OK, and now you get a new folder over on the left here with the gear icon. The gear icon means it's a smart folder. So now you can see I get all of the notes. Again, they're all from different folders. There's some in the meeting notes, AMP, project, and people. These all come into the view from the smart folder. Now, in this case, this is the same as what I would get by clicking on the tag at the bottom, of course, because it's really only searching for that tag as well. But the nice thing about smart folders is that you can actually identify more than just one thing on your filter. Now, if I go back into the smart folder settings and just edit smart folder, to change the smart folder, you can either right click on it and edit smart folder, or just click on the 3 dots to the right of it here and edit smart folder. So now I've got the one filter. I'm going to add another layer. And in this case, I want to look for any checklists that are unchecked. So that means any note that's tagged with the AMP tag that also has any unfinished to-dos, a checklist item of some sort that it hasn't been checked off yet. So now if I click OK, you can see it filters down to only the one note, and that's because it's got this checklist item here that's tagged with AMP. So that's met both criteria, but the other notes that were also tagged with AMP didn't have any checklists in them, so they've disappeared out of the smart folder. One thing I'm not crazy about with the smart folders is you can't file them inside of other folders. You can't put them as a subfolder inside something else. You can move them around in the up top level of your folder list on the left, but it has to stay at the top level. So if you have a bunch of these created, they'll all show up here. You can't hide them inside a subfolder. It's not that big a deal, but it's just, if I end up getting a few of them going, it would be nice to be able to file them inside of another folder so that you can expand it and close it as you're working on things. The other nice thing I like about using smart folders, though, is all of the notes that are in here, they're not actually in this folder, of course. It's only showing the notes that match whatever the filter criteria are. So with smart folders, you can create a folder for a project or something that you're working on, and when it's done, if you don't want to have that cluttering up your folder list on the left, you can just delete the folder at that point, and it'll tell you when you go to delete it, but the key here is that it won't affect the notes in there. So all of those notes that are showing here, when I delete the smart folder, the folder itself is gone, but those notes are all still intact. So when I go to the note for Stephen M, you can see it's still here in the people folder, and the note that was just showing up in that smart folder is still there. So you can delete the smart folder without it impacting any of your notes. I like to use smart folders for short-term things like projects that I'm working on, or anything that I want to pull a whole bunch of things into a single view from different folders. But when it's done, I just delete it, and the notes are still there, but I don't have to look at the folder in the left anymore. None of this needs to be really all that complicated. First, sort your folders into whatever top-level folders make sense to you, and don't go too many levels deep with the subfolders. Second, don't use so many tags that it dilutes the value of having the tags in the first place. And be careful that you don't end up with different tags for the same thing. And third, use smart folders to pull in notes from different places in your system, different subfolders, tags, whatever it is, or any of the other filters that Apple Notes offers. This is also a great way to create working folders that you can just delete when you're done without affecting any of the notes that are inside them. Folders are my top-level organization tool, but that doesn't mean it's the best for you. If tags work better for the way you think, use that as your first level, or maybe even the only tool for keeping track of your notes. Hopefully this gave you some ideas for getting your own notes a little bit better organized. If you've got any questions about anything, though, leave a comment and I'll see what I can do to help. Thanks for watching. If you want to learn how to get the most out of Apple's productivity apps, these other recent videos can help. And if this video helped you get a clearer picture of how to keep your own notes organized, I'd appreciate it if you'd click the like button. It'll help more people find this. I'll see you in the next video.